Hey guys, so Haikyuu episode 3 pretty much revolves around Yachi. These past few episodes really didn't have a lot of volleyball action. For the only anime watchers are kind of like wondering, are we going to get more volleyball action soon? And the answer is yes. We are going to get more volleyball action very soon. And I believe it's going to start on the next episode, which is episode 4. We will get to see them play volleyball finally a little bit more. So like I said, this whole episode just pretty much revolves around Yachi and becoming the manager. She's debating if she should really become the manager. She feels kind of like, what's the word? Not confident in herself. It's kind of like how she said, she felt like the villager bee. So when Kyoko pretty much, went to her to ask her to be the club manager, she said, she was pretty much flattered because she's never done anything like this before, which is why she's not sure if she should join, because she's never done anything like this before. She has like no experience. But what I really loved about this episode is that Kyoko wasn't really pressuring her to become manager, but she was just kind of like pushing her in the right direction and giving her advice and just, giving her that little push that she needed in order for her to be a little bit more confident herself. We hear Kyoko say, when she became the manager for these boys, she had no experience in volleyball at all either, and beforehand she was in a different club as well. And I think it was like a sports club, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so it was really nice to see that interaction between those two. And then we have her and Hinata's interaction with Yachi. But yeah, she's still helping them study because these boys still need their final exams. At the very end of the episodes, they finally took their final exams and it looks like they're about to get their results. And that's how the episode ends. This episode we got to see a little bit of Yachi's mom, and Yachi's mom was a little bit harsh on her because she was trying to tell her mom, hey, I want to, they asked me to join, and then she kind of says something a little bit harsh, and it kind of brings Yachi down. And in this episode we see that she pretty much tells Hinata about it because we can see how much she has grown to like open up to Hinata and how much more comfortable she is around him. Ever since the last episode they've been like instant friends because of just because of how Hinata is. He's able to like make these conversations and make friends quickly. This whole thing with Hinata and Yachi was very cute to watch. And we had Hinata ask Yachi, you do want to be the manager, right? He wasn't really like pushing her, but he was just kind of asking her, and we have Yachi say, yeah, I do want to become the manager. So from there we kind of have her, like how she says, it felt like a shoujo manga. Hinata grabbed her hand and they were running towards the train station, and it's like I said, Yachi pretty much said, this feels like something out of a shoujo manga and we're going way too fast. And she finally catches up to her mother at the train station and she tells her that she's gonna be the volleyball manager. What I really loved about Hinata, what he said, is that Villager B has its own points too, like it has its own specialties as well. I feel like what Hinata said gave the boost of confidence that Yachi needed. That's pretty much everything that happens this episode. It just, like I said, it mainly focuses on Yachi and the boys still continuing to study for their finals. And another thing that I really loved about this episode was when Yachi made that brilliant poster for these boys just so they could get more donations in order to, get a bus to go to Tokyo. And that picture was just so cool looking. We have Hinata and it says, the second small giant, and it's just pretty cool to see that. And even Hinata was just kind of impressed, and compared to Kyoko's little poster that she made when she was trying to recruit a new manager. So that's like a big upgrade to have Yachi around as a manager. It just kind of shows you what Yachi has to bring to the table as well. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to say about this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! We see that this red-headed boy does not like Hoshitani at all. He keeps saying how he's pretty much holding him back, and he's just very rude, and he honestly thinks that he's better than everybody else. Just like I said in my last video, You know, he just thinks that he's above everybody else just because he's like